I know you haven't had long to digest. You guys played so good defensively in the first half. When you look back at the back part of that stretch, what do you think went wrong?
Well, I think our defense, we gave up 42 points, second chance points to Houston. They're great at that. But it's right there just for us to finish a couple possessions, and we could have gone separation. But I thought our guys played their hearts out. It's not going to be a perfect game. You're still winning. And we just had to finish the deal, and we didn't. And that's heartbreaking, and I'm going to analyze, obviously, everything that I could have done. But I thought we did everything to put ourselves in a position to win.
You then have to go into a very tough locker room. What'd you tell the guys?
Well, just that I'm proud of them, and they're going to feel the heartbreak in the moment of this game just like I am. But I think I can have some better perspective of the amazing season they've had and the impact they've had on Duke. It's been incredible. They've given us everything they have. We've done this thing differently with a young group and a new group coming together, and they were so incredibly connected, all in, and I just hate it for them that we couldn't be playing Monday night, for these guys for a national championship.
I appreciate the time. Congrats on a great season.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Emmanuel, what's going through your mind when Juwan gets up there to hit those free throws?
I was confident. We played in a lot of close games, and, Juan's been to the free throw line a lot at the end of the games, and, he's, came up clutch plenty of times, so, I wasn't worried.
You've also come from behind in some big games. I'm thinking of the Kansas game. What is it about Houston basketball? What is it about what Kelvin preaches to you guys that you don't flinch in those moments?
We're tough. We play hard-nosed basketball, and, it's never over till it's over. And that's what Coach Samp was saying in the timeouts, just hang in there, keep fighting. We weren't going to go out like that without swinging. And, once we got it into single digits, we had to put that game pressure on them, and, we closed it out.
This is what every little kid dreams about. You're one win away from actually holding that trophy. What's this moment feel like right now as you get ready for Monday?
I'm just grateful, ready to come out and compete. I don't know, I'm just thankful. It's a crazy game, for real.
I appreciate the time.
Okay, thank you.
Coach, I think the majority of us watched the end of that game left speechless. How would you describe what happened at the end of that game?
I saw a team that wanted desperately to win. And they just kept fighting, one of the things about playing in the Big 12 is that every road game is a rock fight, it's a fist fight. And I think playing in the Big 12 against so many great programs and great coaches and great fan bases prepared us for this moment. We had the same situation. It wasn't as dire as Kansas, but our kids, when you have something tangible that you can tell them about that they've done, it's easier to get them to believe. But this team's maturity, the player-led leadership that we have, and the overall culture of our program is something that I'm very proud of.
I know you say you were confident in Juwan and those free throws, but in all honesty, what's the heart rate like when you're watching him stand there at that line?
Pretty high before the first one, but after the first one, I said it's no longer lightning in a bottle. We just got to make one now. But making the first the way he made it, I know Jay wants free throw. He's got a weird spin on his ball, but he's learned to control it. When he doesn't have control of his free throw, it always misses left. But when I saw that thing get in the cylinder, I said he's going to make the next one because he felt that one. So I'm just proud of him. It's not an easy free throw to make. There's millions and millions of people around the world watching that young man. And but I have a saying that I tell these kids, Chris, it's the moments that you work to prepare when nobody's around prepares you for the moments when everybody is. So good for him, and proud of him.
He did that 153 throws a night. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll see you on Monday. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.